Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another week one matchup in the United Rogue Call of Duty League Reborn. I am Space, joined by the lovely Epec. Epec, go on and tell the people what's up.
How's it going, everybody? Today we've got Dallas facing off against Baltimore. Two
Yeah.
teams maybe a little late to the game, getting their game in here on a Saturday night, Sunday morning.
Yeah.
But excited to see these teams play.
Yeah, very excited. We have a very late matchup, so we are going to be bringing it to you after dark. But of course, we will be keeping it PG-13 in this chat for all you lurkers and parents out there that want to watch while your kid is sleeping on right next to you. But we're going to have an interesting matchup. We have a some would say very underranked team going up against a very, I want to say, slept on team in Baltimore. But
I would definitely say Baltimore's a slept-on team. Unfortunately, my scrims against them got cut short. They were SDA's warm-up scrim before our match against Carolina. But the two maps we played against them, we split, went 1-1, and they looked solid. So
looks solid. Do you want to give us like an inside scoop as to how Baltimore was playing against guys? Like, what's like their key to success?
I mean, obviously, with anytime you have Geo on a roster, the recipe for success is going to be speed. It's gonna be flying around the map, pushing things aggressively. Honestly, you could even consider it a bit of an overchalling type play style. Uh, but on the flip side of that, if they're able to consistently win those overchals, it's an oppressive play style to play against. They will just beat you senseless until you can't take it anymore if you let them. So
Absolutely. So you're saying
Baltimore can be a scary team, man.
you're saying they kind of fly around like the Simba and Abizi kind of where they're just flying across the map, playing for kills, letting their ARs do kind of more of the OBJ work, rotational work. So
If I think if I had to compare it to a current pro player, as the lobby has timed out, but if I had to compare it to a play style of a current pro, I'd probably say it's more of like a hook chow.
okay.
You know, live and die by the ego chow, man. And when you're winning it, you're one of the best players in the world. So
Yeah, so sorry for the delay, guys. We are just waiting on the UR villain himself, Geo, I believe, to get into this lobby. You know, for many of you guys, it's very late, and for me, it's only about 10 o'clock, so I'm living it up. West Coast has it a little nice right now.
yeah, we are approaching midnight in the central time zone, so that means everybody on the East Coast already to 1 a.m.
All ready to 1 a.m. But, you know, for those of you that are watching on the East Coast and for those of you playing on the East Coast, I'm just going to say commitment out there for week one. I know Christmas break's coming up, so everybody will have probably, you know, a little bit of time afterwards to just enjoy the holidays. And I hope for all of you guys that are, you know, off school, off work, that you just spend time with your families, with your friends, with your loved ones. You know, don't just get stuck on COD this whole time, because as much competitive as it is just for fun, and you know, it's only a game at the end of the day.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm definitely looking forward to some time off, able to spend it with family. Hang out with my dog a little bit, just have a good time, enjoy the holidays.
Absolutely. I'm going to be hopefully, you know, spending some time with some family I haven't seen in a while, you know, getting some good food. I out of school, off work for a little while, just finished up my last day until, you know, the new year. So, I mean, as much as I say I will be, you know, spending time with family, I will be on COD as well. So, I'm prepared to stay up all night if need be to play some Call of Duty, maybe some wagers, you know, once I get back up into it.
Well, I mean, there's something to be said for not wanting to come into the new year rusty.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, many people have New Year's goals for their body, you know, for the gym, how they want to eat, how they want to act, how they want to look, bro. All that comes from me. My New Year's resolution: get better at COD. That's all it is.
And that is extremely tippable. That's why you're the diamond, man.
That's why I'm a diamond. Hey, can we get a hashtag rank up EPEC in the chat, please?
Whoa, whoa.
oh, oh,
Oh,
I saw what you did against Carolina. Anyway, so
well, um,
before we start talking crazy here, leave it to Geo to be the torch as well. I think now we're yeah still have absolutely no clue where they're at, but I do want to get back into the matchup we have here today, and I know we spent a lot of time on Baltimore, but I do want to talk about Dallas. Now, in my opinion, Dallas probably, if not, unanimously, had the best draft in the of the night last week, or what was it? 2 weeks? Yeah, no, last week. Wow, it's only been a few days. I'm already getting my timings mixed up, but Dallas with Slang Wayne as their diamond, big dog, very very solid. Been what I believe the number one overall pick the last 2 years, is now a plat. Then we have Liquid as a gold, who was originally a plat, moved down to a gold, and rounding off this roster, we have Mr. Harry. EPEC, I want to ask you, how do you think Dennison did with this draft overall?
I mean, is there even a debate? It's an A plus. It's a home run. It's a grand slam. It's a bottom of the ninth, 2 outs, 3-2 full count grand slam. I mean, you got a team where you have Slang Wayne, who has been in the conversation for best diamond in the league. The guy's been absolutely gross at this game. Played against him many times. Played with him just as many. He's gross. He is good at this game. You get Big Dog, who maybe some whispers about some controversy on the plat ranking. Guy's good at the game, and he's consistently good at the game. You get a guy like Liquid, you know, gets ranked down right around the draft. Maybe, some guys already had their draft boards put together, didn't see him drop. Denison's aware of it and scoops him up. And he's been playing lights out in scrims, has looked phenomenal. And Harry, I mean, maybe a guy that you don't necessarily expect to be a superstar, especially with the rest of the roster that's been put together around him. But even in scrims and everything, from some screenshots that I've seen, this Dallas team is disgusting.
Yeah, this Dallas team absolutely filthy. You have some very smart players on this thing too. Liquid, I've heard, very big. People call him a rat, but he just watches some. He watches lanes. He watches, his corners. He plays the objective. Maybe not on the objective a lot, but he will play around it. He will slay around the objective, letting his silvers, his even big dog, just soak the time. Let Slang just go crazy on the Slayer department. Do what you got to do to get the W at the end of the day. You might be -10, but if you're putting your team up in a position to win, that's all you can ask.
I mean, for a guy like Liquid, I gotta say, based on some of the screenshots I saw, he is not gonna end up -10. But that's all I'll say on the matter. The guy has looked gross every time we've played. This Dallas roster, man, good luck.
Good luck. All right, let's go back to the Baltimore. So you have Geo, you have Darkrai, who, in my opinion, has been one of the most consistently inconsistent players in UR the last couple years. With MW NW2, you have the sound EQ, no red dots, a lot of sprinting around, a lot of different movement mechanics with dolphin diving. We had the slide cancel back. Darkrai, I see this dude drop 45 one map. Two, maybe almost a 2.0, 1.8 to 2.0 on a map. Next series, I don't know, in an 8, I see him going 17 and 35, and he looks like a lost silver. So I'm thinking, mind you, new game. I've not seen him play in MW3. I've seen Geo, I've seen a little bit of Christian and stuff like that. But my big takeaway for Baltimore winning this matchup, if they want to take a map and even take the series, is Darkrai is going to have to play at not even a plat level. He's going to have to play at his original diamond level that he was in MW2 for a little while.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we've heard whispers around the league about some teams potentially being double diamond teams, some arguments over ranks, but without a doubt, this Dallas team is right on the cusp of being a double diamond team. Whether or not you rank Big Dog up is up to you. I'm not going to chime in on the discussion, but we know that he is at least capable of giving you diamond level performances. Now, how often will you get those? With this game, we don't know. Maybe that's why he's a plat this season. But we know if Dallas is firing on all cylinders, you're going to need your best to compete with them.
Yes, absolutely. You're gonna have to put your best slaying department on. Your rotations are gonna have to be critical. Your teamwork and your communication is going to just have to be that and then more. You know, especially I do want to get into the map set real quick. You know, hopefully Geo will be here shortly. I'm not quite sure what is going on. If we get any information on that, I will let you know. But at the moment, we have, I believe, Skid Row Hardpoint. You know, first one, very fast paced, very what let's see, hold up. What's going? Oh, sorry. You know, I was hoping that was a chat. Okay, apparently just got word that Geo will be here right now. But going into that map 1 Skid Row, it's going to be a very fast-paced map, and you got to think that while Dallas does have a lot of slaying, Geo and Darkrai might be able to use that fast-paced, you know, advantage to, let's say, maybe steal this map off of Dallas.
I mean, I personally think this is an absolute steal of a map pick for Baltimore. Like we mentioned, you know, coming into the series, they're definitely a team that if they're winning their gunfights, they're winning those 50-50 chows, they will just beat you down until you're, you know, worried to even leave your spawn. And with Skid Row, you're able to do that. You're able to genuinely fly around the map, constantly be creating pressure, constantly be hitting pinches, constantly end up behind players. For a team like Baltimore, if you get Geo and Darkrai, you know, popping off, as good as this Dallas roster is, that's still a scary sight on a map like Skid Row. Especially when you can allow that to set up the guys on Baltimore. You get Christian the Boss, you get Original set up on those headies with the ARs, just making it tougher gunfights for Dallas. I think map 1 it's got to be your map to steal if you're Baltimore. You got to come out and win map 1.
Absolutely. I think you do need to win map 1. I will say map 2, high-rise S&D, you know, something you don't really see a lot of people trying to stay away from that map. It's very, I don't want to say you don't really get in a lot of gunfights as an SMG. You have a lot of just open lanes. You just have to watch that underground, you know, smokes, explosive barrels can all come into play. But as I am talking about this, we are now finally jumping in to map number 1, Skid Row Hardpoint, Dallas versus Baltimore. Drop your predictions in the chat. If anybody gets the exact score right, I will be cash apping you $10. And if any of you said 0-0, well, congratulations, you're $10 richer.
Better be careful making that offer. Somebody might have put it in as a joke.
Yeah, it's too late now, you know. Now it looks like Geo not loading into the lobby. Gotta love it.
I will say, now that we have just a moment before we get Geo back into the game, high-rise S&D, that's a Dallas map win, has to be. I've seen Wayne play that map enough to know he is going to drop like 16 or 17.
Looks like we're going to be switching sides real quick. Let me oops. Hold up. Swap teams. Okay. So all right. We're gonna mute those guys right now on stream just for now. But yeah, high-rise S&D, do believe that could be easily a Dallas map, especially with how good Slang Liquid is. I mean, you look for Geo, maybe, you know, with how many wagers and stuff he's been playing, how many tournaments he's been playing, could go crazy on that. Then after that, we do have double invasion, I believe, an invasion control followed by an invasion hardpoint. Honestly, I've been really liking that map a lot. The spawn's a little crazy, but invasion control does play really well in my opinion. Look for the ARs to go absolutely crazy in that map with Slang and maybe Big Dog going absolutely insane.
I don't know. Last time we saw an invasion control, it was Loxities who went on.
Yeah, but that's that's a whole different story. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are finally into it, and just like that, the names are now flipped because I don't know what I'm doing apparently with these teams. So let's hop on board with the UR villain himself, Geo. For those of you that don't know what I mean, the names Baltimore and Dallas are flipped. We need to get that checked out. Come on, Activision.
Yeah, here early you see a lot of pressure being put towards that P2 early rotation by Dallas. Looks like number 2, Big Dog, is already posted up with top over there. So he's going to let the rest of his teammates kind of fight over this initial messy time here, P1. But a lot of early emphasis on P2 from Dallas.
Absolutely. Big Dog posted up here, but you do see Baltimore getting a lot of time. Big Dog finds one. That is a huge kill from Darkrai. So he's going to try to make his way up this map. But number 1 on a flank. Slang does find one on a Darkrai. Knows the second one is going to chow him. As you know, sees OG. OG takes an interesting route and is cut down by Slang right now as this hill for P2 is wide open.
I mean, this is masterfully played by Baltimore, though, if they can win some of these gunfights on the rotation. Wayne is absolutely frying early, but I mean, if you're Baltimore, you get the initial time P1. You've at least made the fight for the rotation scrappy, even though it looks like Dallas is going to lock it down and secure the remainder of this time. You're going to end up with a tie game.
OG might find a way. Doesn't check the right corner. Slang gonna have a big job to do. Does find 2. Knows the 3rd is gonna challenge. Can he find it? He does not. Geo, Darkrai, work to trade him out. Now it looks like Baltimore in a very good position to accrue a lot of time.
Oh, it's a fantastic break from Baltimore. Just as I'm talking about how Dallas is looking good to secure the time, they immediately get those close tunnel spawns, push up through the tunnel with some ARs looking over them, and break through the bottom. It's a fantastic break and an incredible start to the map for Baltimore.
Incredible start right now. Christian the boss trying to get some early control. Is taken down by Big Dog as Big Dog's going to try to push out this back alley. Instantly traded out by Darkrai. OG, my bad. Who finds a 2-piece, making it 3 on Liquid. Can he find it? No, has no more bullets in the chamber. Darkrai looking to trade it out, but number 4, Harry, able to trade him out, and it looks like this hill will go over to the side of Dallas.
Yeah, it's an absolutely crucial hold for Dallas as you early rotate from the scrap down to P2. If you get broken here early P3, it's a potentially game-ending break. But it looks like Dallas able to stabilize. They're getting a bit of this time. Wayne is absolutely frying, and it looks like they're going ahead and making their way onto this P4 rotation. Wayne's got a couple gunfights here. Tunnel, if he wins these, Dallas are going to be in a great position.
Absolutely going to be in a great position. Does get an unlucky timing with the stun, but is able to get the hipfire bullets to connect. Now all left up to number 8, Geo, trying to rotate for this P4 hill. Sometimes this hill is one of 2 ways. Either everybody will get into it about 20 times, or one team will hold it the entire time. There's either a ton of breaks, and just like that, as I say that, Dallas finds 3 quick ones on the map, and we just have number 4, Harry, posted up inside of time. Big Dog trying to overlook, help Harry. It's going to find, actually does not find one onto Geo. Geo's also looking here, Slang. Picks up a kill Dark, playing his life. Geo waiting for his teammates for it as they go for the double chow. Harry finds 1, Harry finds 2! That cannot happen if you're Baltimore.
It's an incredible individual effort by Harry. But overall, it's just a great team setup for Dallas as Harry continues to fry.
Harry
Doesn't
with
care that he's a silver facing a diamond. He's still winning the gunfights.
I mean...
Now you got to look at the rotation. The P5 hill is absolutely a massive money hill here on Skid Row. And again, it looks like Dallas have the early rotation.
Dallas with the early rotation, but Christian the boss finds 1. Can he find a second one onto Harry? No, but Darkrai will clean it up right here. And the cruise missile, as I change it, Darkrai will slam on down. True. I believe another cruise missile coming in from Harry. No, is that on the side of Dallas? Or actually, that's on the side of Baltimore, I believe. But as I want to mention, Harry went on a massive spree. I wouldn't even want to point out, so did Liquid. He went on a 9 spree before he dropped right there, and we were so focused on Harry that we completely missed it.
I mean, both players absolutely frying. That's why this map is so close right now. But it looks like Baltimore stabilizing. They've locked in the setup. They should be able to get the remainder of this time unless Wayne does something crazy. But it looks like we're going to be at a very, very tight game as we reset the rotations and head back to P1.
Yeah, we're going to head back to P1 this game. P1, I've learned, this might be one of the P1s where, yes, it can be very mixy, but with how much people play for P2, I've noticed a lot of teams have been getting a lot of time on it. Baltimore, first time around, I believe, had close to 40 seconds on the hill. They're looking to do the exact same as they did last time, but not if Slang has anything to say about it as he finds 2 in the kill feed.
Yeah, it's a great early fight here for Dallas. You do still have a little bit of emphasis. No, actually, it looks like everyone is putting the majority of their emphasis on this initial P1 hardpoint.
I mean, Liquid is just absolutely frying right now. 18 and 8 out of your gold. That's all you want. Big Dog chilling. 11 and 14. He's like, don't worry, you guys do all the Slang. I'll get the rotation. I'll hold new. But he takes the gunfight against OG, and he almost gets absolutely fried.
Yeah, but even though OG doesn't get the kill, he opens the space for Geo to come flying through. Sure, Dallas is collecting a bit of that scrap time, but Baltimore are right back into this game.
Actually, Baltimore are up. I have the name slipped, remember?
I apologize. The names are flipped. Baltimore with the lead, and a good hold here on P2 could potentially put this game out of reach. You need a break if you're Dallas.
Yeah, absolutely need a break right here. Geo trying to do his best right now. I mean, you look at the Slang department, and Dallas is obliterating, but it is not translating to the time. Looking like the Atlanta phase from Vanguard. A lot of kills, but a whole little bit of ejective time is translating to it.
Some nice shots from Harry, but you really need Dallas to get this break. All these kills are nice, but you have to contest the time. You have to put emphasis on the time, and that's, you know, something we've seen this year with some of these teams is if you just leave your lowest ranked player to go play time alone, you might not get access to that hill as much as you'd like.
Yeah, I mean, Liquid at 21 and 10, you would expect with your gold to do this and your diamond at 25 and 15, you'd expect these scores to actually be flipped. You would think Dallas is winning, but right now, Liquid 22-10, trying to bring his team back into it, playing this top fire position, knowing that they can try to push out these laundry spawns, is going to get a good timing on number 6, Christian, and they're going to try to get a full 6 right here, Slang himself on a 5 spree.
Yeah, it's a fantastic setup for Dallas. The initial gunfights go their way, and that's exactly what you want to see. Liquid pushed out Ticket. You have a great setup. You have number 1 Slang, pushed up Q1. It's a great setup for Dallas, and they got to win the gunfights.
Absolutely got to win the gunfights, but when you have Slang on Overwatch, playing like Sam Octane the Turret, you're going to get some hardpoint time.
Yeah, it's a great initial fight for Dallas. They win it, but now the rotation battle's coming through. Everybody's here. The fights come through.
That's 3 down. Christian a boss. It's going to be all up to the Silvers in the hill right now. Harry versus Christian for some crucial time. Harry checks the wrong corner. Christian trying to play his life. Can the Silver go absolutely massive here? He has Geo to help him out, but now he's still left all alone. Slang finds 2. Will he chow? I don't like the chow to Christian. Stay down. Let your teammates come to help you. Geo is on the way.
Yeah, as Geo arrives, if you're Dallas, you absolutely have to break into this hill. You're getting good spawns, top P1. You have a pinch from the back, and it's all Dallas in the feed. A crucial break at this point of the game.
Absolutely crucial break. Look at Mr. Slang, 35 and 18, just shut down once again. I mean, Big Dog has just been chilling, collecting time for his team. Liquid right here knows his team needs that time, but he takes a very long route. I'm not sure about it. Baltimore cannot win on this hill, but they can be very dang close.
I mean, right now, both teams, nobody can win here. The emphasis is on rotation, and look at number 2 on the minimap. Currently alone. So if Baltimore can break through, do they sniff him out? No. Big Dog, a big kill, stays alive in the back. Going straight out.
Liquid.
P5 rotation is everything.
This P5 rotation is everything. Your diamond is positive 20. Your gold positive 10. OG from the Raptors comes down and takes down Slang Wang. 15 seconds. Baltimore looking to take map 1.
Yeah, you just need 10 more points if you're Baltimore. Some fantastic shots from Geo at range with the surf. Takes down Big Dog before he can do any damage. Darkrai takes down Slang.
3 seconds. 2 seconds. 1. Wow. What a map.
I mean, hey, this is what we talked about before the map started. Especially with a map like Skid Row, it kind of favors that fast-paced, in-your-face, aggressive playstyle that Baltimore brings to the table. This is not a bad Baltimore team by any stretch of the imagination, and maybe we're seeing that this Dallas team isn't, you know, invulnerable.
I mean, you look at the stats, 39 and 20 at his slang. You know, Big Dog pretty much even. Liquid positive 10. Even Harry, you know, not too bad on the stat line for your silver. He had a crucial streak, you know, in that first P4 where he went on a 6 spree to get him time, get him spawns, and everything. And you just look, Baltimore outslayed Geo, only positive 4, Darkrai, little under negative, Christian and OG, both only dropping 14, almost double negative on both sides. But yet, at the end of the day, when Baltimore needed to make plays, they made plays.
Yeah, I mean, Baltimore, just some crucial breaks. I think back to that P2 break where both times Dallas had the early rotation to P2, had Big Dog set up top. The first break, Baltimore spawns tunnel. They're able to flood through, get underneath, and break from the bottom. The second, it's just OG and Geo. OG shoots Big Dog a bit, tags him up so he's not holding anything. Geo gets through bottom garage for free, gets up and gets the break. And that P2 time comes back to haunt Dallas.
P2 time absolutely comes down to haunt Dallas because I believe that was 2 breaks on the side of Baltimore. You know, that first break off, Baltimore with, I believe, 35 to 40 seconds. Then gives up about 20 seconds, but manages to break, giving them a nice 50-point cushion that, honestly, they kept for pretty much a majority of that game.
Yeah, I mean, Baltimore just really put on a clinic that map, honestly. The score looked a lot closer than that game really was with how it was being played.
Yeah, Chad, if you'd have told me Slang was dropping a 40 bomb at 2.0 and their gold was dropping a 1.5 and they lost, I wouldn't have believed you. But you know, you gotta imagine Geo and Darkrai just maybe have found out that, you know, Dallas wanted to play a little kill heavy. They knew they were the favorites. They believed, you know. Geo's like, hey guys, you know, maybe we're the underdogs. Maybe we're not favored. But if you guys can hit these routes, hold these hills, you know, just make plays. You know, doesn't matter how many times you die. It just matters how many times you can break the hill. You can hold the hill, play for rotations. You know, even hit a crucial stun or nade just to stop a push. You know, that all translates to time.
Yeah, it's just a great overall team effort from Baltimore. Like we mentioned, nobody really popping off anything crazy. But it's just that teamwork, that tenacity, and that ability to win some crucial fights.
Yes.
You know, you don't have to win every fight. You just got to win the important ones. And Baltimore did.
Yeah. So it looks like we're going to be getting into this. Hold up. Oh, there. All right. They didn't even. Hopefully the teams are right, guys, because they do not. They don't even ask me if I'm ready anymore. I was just putting the sub score in. But we're gonna hop right in. High rise S&D, right off the rip. All right, looks like the teams are right, so I'm happy with that, guys. And let's hop on board with Mr. Slang himself after that monster map one.
I'm really looking to see Slang take over this map. The guy's put a lot of reps into his S&D as he gets tagged up and backed up here. But especially after a dominant map one, I'd love to see it continue here. But Baltimore finds some kills.
Baltimore finds some kills, makes a 4v2 into a 1v2 though for OG, and you know the rules. OG finds a snap onto him, but number 8, Harry, can he find the timing? Oh, shoots the body, doesn't see him in the elevator as OG, the 1v2, start off map number 2.
I mean, well played by OG. Maybe a bit of a misplay there from Harry. Thinks the body is potentially OG laying down for the quick chow. It's a little unlucky there. But yeah, massive win for OG. Baltimore up 1-0.
Baltimore up 1-0. Let's start out with OG and see what he does. 3 on the round, 3 for Liquid as well, as the Golds are battling it out here early on map number 2. See OG.
Yeah, looks like we're gonna see Dallas trying to work towards that initially. Usually a little bit of a left preferred site. A big first blood for Harry.
Big first blood for Harry, you know, silver number 6, trying to get Mixie into the spawn of Baltimore. He might catch a timing, could find 1 or even 2. Doesn't check the shack, but knows someone could be around these elevators. but he is just not getting the timing. Let's see what Darkrai, can he get the timing back onto Slangwing? Oh, actually not on Slangwing, but this guy over here, as that is an awkward gunfight as Harry finds his second of the round.
Yeah. On the other side of the map, though, OG does find Liquid. The numbers sort of evened out again, but now it's OG. Clutched a 1v2 round 1. Can he clutch a 1v3? This will get some good timing.
And he does not. As he was playing for streaks, you know, I would have liked to see maybe a little less aggressive, maybe a little more pre-aimy approach, but, you know, nothing much you can do in that 1v3. You know that they're most likely planning on A, especially after you lose Geo early, and then you lose Darkrai as well. Both to the silver of Dallas.
Yeah, it's a tough spot for OG to be in. But if you're Baltimore, you're okay. You know, it's only 1-1. It's still very early. You're still feeling Dallas out in their search for Troy.
Yeah.
Look for Geo to get on the board here.
Looking for Geo to get on the board. What do you want to see Baltimore try to do this round to secure an offensive win?
With high race, really just comes down to map control. Whether that be taking underground control, getting lines of sight. You don't even have to physically have this space, as long as you can see it. It looks like we're going to see Geo push for this trade on Wayne.
Yeah, he's holding a nice pre-aim. Does find the trade onto Wayne. Nobody in a position to trade him out. Number 5, though, Liquid takes the underground route. But while I say that, Baltimore is planning on to be big dog with a huge kill. Number 8, Harry, might try to trade him onto the site, but does not go for the check. And he goes around and maybe catch a timing on Geo, and he will.
Yeah, looks like it's all falling apart here.
Harry!
Baltimore.
Woo!
As Harry is absolutely frying.
Hey, Silvers, take note. You know, Harry, you know, not an insane map 1, but when he needs to go on a spree, when he needs to find clutch 2 pieces, you know, not even just onto other Silvers. This guy is finding kills onto diamonds and flats as well, with a SMG in his hand. You know, shout out to Slang, shout out to Denizen. I know their GM goes over VOD with them all the time, probably teaching him some stuff. You know, if you want to get better, you know, put in the work. You know, you don't have to sprint around red dot chasing, and I'm telling you, this guy right here is a prime example.
Oh yeah, I mean, Harry has looked great for Dallas and scrims. You're seeing it here in the Search and Destroy. Maybe a bit of a slower map 1, just need to warm up a bit. This guy has absolutely looked like one of the best Silvers in the league this year.
Geo gets that first blood onto Slangwayne, which you got to imagine is a huge kill. OG put a lot of tags into it. Geo might go for this trade. No, doesn't want to risk it. Backs up, plays his life, although knows that 2 people can be on this underground blue as he actually goes for the wide chow. No one there for the trade.
Yeah, it's another big win for Harry. He takes down the diamond and Geo. Geo a little unlucky there, doesn't quite get the read. That if he chows quickly, he gets those trades, but Big Dog rips Darkrai. That's a 2v3 for Baltimore.
2v3 from Baltimore. Christian in a prime position. Does find one onto Big Dog. Does he see the second one? No, but he knows he's going to be chowed. Can't find it onto Harry. And just like the first 2 rounds, OG left in another 1vx situation.
The trade comes through from Liquid. It's another Dallas round. Again, that's kind of what I expected. I mentioned it in the pregame show. I know this Dallas roster is going to be a very talented Search and Destroy team. The big surprise here early so far for me, Harry's 6-1 with a cruise missile.
I mean, that's the second cruise missile for Mr. Harry. You know, he might decide to use it this round just to put Dallas into a 4-1 map count or 4-1 round count. You know, just try to play. You know, you don't want to give Baltimore this round because they're in a must-win situation right here.
Oh, absolutely. This is crucial for Baltimore to stabilize. You get the first round of the game on an OG clutch. It's a big first blood for Geo to shut down Harry. It's traded out immediately.
Oof, nice shots out of Christian DeBras. Puts it into a 1v3 situation for the original #1 overall pick of MW2, and he will instantly be shut down. Baltimore down now, 3-2.
Yeah, it's an absolutely massive round for Baltimore. They really needed another round to stabilize. You know, sort of like we mentioned in map 1, just take a moment to realize, hey, this is not an unbeatable team. We are every bit as talented. Let's lock it in.
Let's lock it in right now. Darkrai also finally off the donut watch. It's what you want to see. Just get a kill, no matter how easy it is. Just get the confidence going. You're like, all right, now I know. Try to pick up one at a time. Take it one kill, one gunfight at a time. Let's see. Let's hop on board with number 5, Liquid. Had an amazing map 1, couple of streaks. You know, had a good couple kills. He's definitely had a couple of these rounds where he's just been caught off guard, I would say, by some of the gunfights that he's been having against Baltimore. As Gio right there runs straight up middle map and gets a first blood and away with his life.
It's a great play from Gio. Lands the tag with the nade, immediately follows it up. No time for Liquid to get out. It's a clean first blood. On the other side, if you're Baltimore, unfortunately, Original does drop. It's a big kill in. Another big kill for Dallas. Gio and Christian Boss left in a 2v3.
Slang going for this kill on Christian Boss. No, he has. Now, Gio, the UR villain himself, left alone in a 1v3 against Slang, Big Dog, and Harry. Might be able to find a free bomb planter right here. No, but Big Dog is on Overwatch. Just like that, it'll be 4-2 for Dallas.
Yeah, it's a fantastic setup for Dallas. You have Big Dog holding Bane here, watching over the hop-up. You can see both hop-ups on either side from this position. It's just a great setup. And it secures Dallas their 4th round.
Absolutely a great setup, and I'm getting word from the chat, just now confirmed as well. Gio, not even in his team's call for the comms. He is actually in another call, deafened. So, those S&D plays, I don't know if they're using game chat, but he is not in a Discord call with his team.
That is certainly difficult to believe. But, I mean...
Hey, you know, if I had $1...
I don't even know what to say about it.
If I had $1 for every time I said this, OG left in another 1v3 situation. Finds one, instantly traded out by Slang, and you know, OG, you got to feel for the man. That's his 4th round in this S&D where he's been left in a 1v2 or a 1v3 situation trying to clutch. Had a nice one the first round, but you know, after that, you know, those clutches are just very difficult, especially on high rise where you can see a lot of the map from a lot of different angles.
Oh yeah, I mean we've got 2 talented teams going at each other. It's never going to be easy to win clutch rounds. That's why you'd love to see him win that initial clutch round. Maybe try and propel some momentum for Baltimore.
I mean, yeah, you just
down 5-2, trying to make a comeback.
Absolutely trying to make a comeback. I mean, you look at these stats right here. Slang 8-4 on his own 4 spree. Harry, you were said at 7-3. The silver having a huge map too. On the other side, you look, and I believe that is Harry's cruise missile being called in. Let's see what he can do with it. Will he try to find one on to B? Doesn't. I don't think that hit a trophy either. So, but the information is there. Big Dog finds an explosive barrel kill onto him, and also the second one onto OG.
Oh, massive wins for Big Dog. You get the information from the cruise missile, as Gio is now left in a 1 versus 4 to keep his map alive, but can't win it. It's a map win for the Dallas Vanguard.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty clinical out of Dallas Vanguard. You got to imagine. I don't know what's going on with the whole comm situation with Baltimore. You know, Gio, I don't know if they're using game chat. I don't know if they're in a call together, or not. I should say not in a call together. I don't know what they're using, but you know, definitely a precarious situation. We look at the stat line. You know, Liquid didn't have to do much. Slang, Big Dog, Harry, all with 2.0s on the maps. And you look at the other side, Darkrai with a breadstick, just 1 kill in 8 rounds of high res.
Yeah, not a performance to necessarily write home about, but you know, if you're Baltimore, that's not the end of the world. We know Dallas is a very strong search and destroy team. We know High Rise is a map that Slangwayne has played a ton. I know he loves that map for search and destroy. So what I'd love to see if you're Baltimore is just let that one kind of, you know, not phase you. Stay locked in. Stay competitive. Know that this is going to be a fight of a series.
Yeah, fight of a series as the Call of Duty servers decide to crap out on us, chat. So let's see if I can get back in here. Okay, we should hopefully be good. We'll join Mr. Big Dog himself. All right. Are we good, chat? All right. Hopefully we should be good. How you doing, Flex? It's great to see you. Wayne on track for a 3.8 KD. Now that would be absolutely insane. We saw Z dropping almost 3.0 KD on the invasion control. The map we are about to see up next. I did receive word from the sub god Kev himself, Geo, back in his VC call.
I mean, it's tough to believe he wasn't there to begin with, but at least he's there now. Baltimore able to fully unlock their comms. Hopefully they're good.
Oh, yeah, fully unlock their comms. I would imagine they're good. Let's see. I believe that Team 1 is technically the Team 1 on here is technically Team 2 on defense or on here for control. Don't quote me on that. It's it's mad weird. Hopefully the teams don't get flipped. I hope we get a spreadsheet soon of like which teams are which. It would be nice if it just said Cortac or whatever. The ones here are Rangers. Whatever they are. But on track for at least a map 4, better than the first series that we got though, huh, Epek?
Hey, I mean, pretty much anything's better than a hot 3-0, but we're at least guaranteed a map 4. I'd love to see a map 5 search and destroy. And I think with these 2 maps, you could see it. We saw how ratty the SMGs can play on Invasion. We know that somebody like Geo could potentially take over this map. However, on the other side of that, you are running up against Slangwayne, Big Dog, and Liquid on the ARs. That's not a fun matchup at range, especially on a map like Invasion.
Absolutely not. And speaking of Invasion, I hope you guys brought your umbrellas, your bulletproof vests, your hearing aids, everything, because we are going to be staying on Invasion for the next couple of maps. It's going to be a big map for control. You have that palace spawns, ice cream spawns on offense, gas spawns for it's no cryo, but gas spawns for the defense. You have the B point, which is pretty open, pretty easy for the offense to get. But the main one here, that A point, all the way in the bathrooms, is critical to a round win for the offense.
Oh, absolutely. It's one of the tougher hills in the game to really capture, especially when it comes to control. But Invasion typically favors the defense. What we saw last time doesn't necessarily have to be that way.
Typically favors the defense, and right off the rip, Dallas with a huge A push. Harry trying to get it, but Geo finds a quick 2-piece, instantly shuts down the A hit. Darkrai finding one on it, Liquid, last alone. Geo cleans it up. Just like that, A push shut down in the matter of 10 seconds.
I mean, this is what we saw last time. We saw Z getting aggressive with that SMG, causing absolute havoc on the map.
Caused a lot of havoc.
There's Geo doing the same thing.
Geo does the same thing, but the capture onto B will go pretty quickly. Lives dead even. Geo trying to find one, does find one, but instantly traded out by Liquid. Now, look for Dallas to get this map control as a team kill does come through on an unfortunate team nade. Baltimore is going to, honestly, I believe, should try to push up this A street, try to get that bridge control, spawn them out. Liquid looking to take a route right here. Number 4, pushing up the street. Big Dog all by himself. No one on Overwatch as Christian instantly created. Can he get the second one on a Darkrai? Yes, he does. Traded out, but number 3, Harry finds a way. He can get a kill if he can be a nuisance. Could be a huge difference maker. Fight here. Geo can't find Slangwayne. It's number 7. OG tucked away in a corner. Knows one's in his spot. Can't, or does snap onto Liquid. Hopefully to alleviate some of the pressure onto this A point.
And that's a big win in the back for OG. That's gonna secure those gas spots for you. Because if you're Dallas here, the ideal setup is you get somebody on time to pause the clock, and you get some players pushed up blocking that gas spawn, then everybody can stack. Force the spawn out for the defense, but right now, Baltimore's doing a fantastic job of just keeping their spawn as Harry with a disgusting little 2-piece. The snap onto Christian takes him down.
I mean, Harry, this whole break is on Harry. Them getting onto A is on Harry. He played his life so well. Most Silvers, they would have chowed. He was by himself for a long time as he finds another 2-piece. Harry on another streak of his own at 5-2.
I mean, he's looking like a seasoned vet out here right now. But Baltimore, able to stabilize, find some kills. Darkrai's gonna back up.
Darkrai is
Baltimore's got a good setup.
Yeah, Gio's going to fly right now. He knows he's tagged. Big Dog finds one onto Harry. Should find the second onto Slang. Knows the third's there. Finds it onto Big Dog. Pistol in hand. That Renetti is absolutely disgusting.
Oh, and just absolutely disgusting plays by Gio in general. And he's going to get pushed up here. He's about to get challenged by a whole lot more. Going to take down Harry.
Yeah, he knows. He knows if I have to shut down anybody on Dallas right now, it's Harry. As Gio's on a 5-string, making it 6 as he's down. Liquid, what are you doing? Oh, Gio with an absolutely filthy defensive round. 15-5, maybe looking for one more. But he does not, but that'll be the round for Baltimore. Oh my God, Gio, what was that?
I mean, he kills, what, 7 people in about 20 seconds? An absolutely insane sequence from Gio's. We're going to see a little bit of it again.
Oh, Liquid. Liquid caught with his gun in his pants. And no, guys, that is not a dirty joke. I meant it literally. As Gio, with the snap with the pistol, finds not one, but 2 disgusting 3-pieces.
Just absolutely gross from Gio. And we saw this happen with Zeloxides.
I mean,
maybe there's a little meta shift to invasion control where the SMGs are your key players.
Yeah, and I mean, Baltimore is just going to have the A point for free as Harry is the only one sent to the A point. Just like that. Triple stack for Baltimore. Liquid trying to get some of this pressure as one Slang. Harry trying to get to it, but I think this A point is done unless Slang can get a free 2-piece right here. He's got to go, though. Slang's got to go. Nope, and that's the A point.
Yeah, a massive opening break for Baltimore. If you're Dallas, you are going to start spawning over towards B, but it's OG who's already here. If OG can find some kills or even play his life, Baltimore are looking fantastic here in the control.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. Darkrai stepping it up after his abysmal map 1. The SMG's going absolutely insane. And if I see these kills, Gio continue to fry. This is going to be beef control. Big Dog, the only one in position, and does find 2 massive ones as he does alleviate the pressure onto B for just a little bit.
Yeah, those fights are absolutely massive for Dallas. You have to have those kills, or you're looking at a little 2-0 lead for Baltimore. You still have Darkrai in your squad. He's able to find one solid hit, but he's done his job. But Big Dog on the other side, locking it down, denying that B zone, not letting Baltimore get an inch of pressure.
Yeah, but just like that, OG and Christian try to get some more. OG, the last one in a position to make a kill as Big Dog falls down off of that power position. Not sure about the play, but Slang has his back, is able to find once, a second one onto him as he is trying to get a third onto Gio with his own 3-piece, but it's traded out by Darkrai, who comes from actually, ironically, Dark.
Well, yeah, it's a big pinch from Darkrai for Baltimore. Right now, Baltimore, you've let the line stack even back up. As Big Dog almost wins a crazy fight there on the Christian.
Yeah, but
you
now
just need to pause the clock and buy yourself.
Yeah, but you see those spawns coming in, those close ice cream spawns is going to make it that much harder for Dallas to get this kill. But nobody checks the corner, nobody checks the flank, nobody checks for Slang. Daddy Wayne, as shout out to Pred, who the fuck is Slang Wayne, as he comes in with the 3-piece.
Yeah, it's a massive plan from Wayne. We know the guy's clutch. We've seen how well he's played, even just in this series so far, as it's a 5-straight. Needs one more for that cruise missile. I'm sure he's gonna get it here in a moment.
Absolutely. I mean, when you're slow peeking the corner like that, you know, you're feeding Slang just easy gunfights. He doesn't even have to move his right stick to shoot as he finds a 7th onto Gio, saying anything you can do, I can do better. And honestly, after a very promising offensive round start for Baltimore, Dallas digs in their heels, knowing that their backs are against the wall if they let Baltimore get that offensive win. They clutch up, only allowing 3 ticks. And I mean, I think we're even pretty much overall going into this round 3.
Yeah, it's a fantastic, clinical, honestly textbook behold from the Dallas Vanguard. That, you know, you don't necessarily want that to be your, last resort, but what a fine job of holding the B zone. Let's see what they've got cooked up for us on offense now.
Fine hit indeed, and it looks kind of like similar to that first round and second round Slang. But Baltimore is ready for it, sending 3 to A. That car blows up, doesn't find a kill, and I am honestly surprised that Christian is trying to take on Slang Wayne after the way he's been shooting. Wisely backs up, but they are going for this challenge. He is gone.
Yeah, I mean, the double chow's in for Dallas. The triple stack is there. The point should be guaranteed here unless some individual effort from Baltimore as Darkrai finds 2. That might be enough for Baltimore to keep the B zone, or the A zone, excuse me.
Some shaky shots out of OG with the pistol, but able to get that A control. But if you are Dallas, job well done. 2 ticks onto A. Now you also have full control over the B point, looking to get that 4th tick in. Big Dog playing this corner, looking for a flank, trying to get some more kills off of spawn. I think if you're Baltimore, you're just going to have to chalk this one up, and you are going to have to play heavy towards A. But Darkrai gets a little overcommitted. Geo, after a very hot start to the first round, a very poor second round, and he's trying to get back onto his streak as he starts up with a nice little 2-piece.
Yeah, I mean, just a difficult end to the offensive round for Geo. Kind of gets blended a bit there with the ARs in the B zone, but it's still a great performance here. Early 23 and 18, definitely nothing to scoff at with a sub on Invasion.
Okay.
You gotta lock down this A zone.
You definitely got to lock down the zone. You want OG to get this trade onto Big Dog, and he does. Will find the second one onto Liquid. OG on a 3 spree himself. Had a very interesting S&D, to say the least, where he didn't get in a ton of gunfights until the end, where he was left in a lot of clutch situations. Right here, finds a nice clutch 2-piece to alleviate the pressure on the A zone. But you know, all Dallas needs is 1 tick, and they will walk away with an offensive round win on Invasion.
Yeah, I mean, the positioning out of Baltimore is really nice. Darkrai shot's a little shaky, but it doesn't matter when you find the kill. Really, the only thing Baltimore needs to do now is you gotta sniff out number 1, slaying Wayne. You cannot let him cause havoc in the back of your spawn. A big win for Wayne against OG. I don't like that chow out of OG.
Yeah, I mean, definitely don't like the chow, but you kind of just see that's just the inexperience of a goal. You know, someone who's been a little off, you know, hasn't played as much as he used to. Definitely trying to get back into the competitive scene, but just like that, does find another big kill as he comes back to hunt him down in gas. But as I say that, Harry and Big Dog combined for 2. Harry almost with another kill, and that would have probably won them the round.
Yeah, but you see why that back gas control is so important to the A defense. The moment Slaying Wayne gets back there, sure, he doesn't find the kill onto OG, he gets traded out, but just by being back there, he opens up the map so much for his teammates as Harry wins a bit of a scary gunfight.
Definitely
a
bit of a scary gunfight, but he is instantly traded out, as this does look like, as well as Dallas had a great start to the first round. This might be a round win as well, another defensive round win for Baltimore, unless Liquid can find another, but he's going to have to kill the entire Baltimore team, and he cannot do that.
Yeah, it's a great defensive hold for Baltimore. Kind of more in line with what we're used to seeing. You give up the B zone early, you lock it down and hold A. But, you know, can they continue that early success they found on offense last round? You know, do you mix it up and go B here? You know, do you re-hit A after finding success there in your offense before? Let's see.
Yeah, let's absolutely see. I do believe if it does come down to the kills department, or the ticks department, Baltimore needs 5 ticks to even tie, and then we'll need the kill advantage. Both not in favor of them right now. So as you see, it is another aggressive hit towards A, but this time Dallas is ready for it.
Yeah, Liquid and Slaying lining up those ARs, knocking down the players of Baltimore. But Baltimore are able to get onto the point, and they can win some of these gunfights as Darkrai finds 1, but Slaying Wayne there for the trades.
Slaying Wayne's there for the trades. Big Dog on Overwatch on that A street, trying to catch that lurker in OG, and he does. Now, Baltimore back on this B point. Geo trying to get aggressive into DVDs, does find one onto Harry, has to back up and play his life, and it looks like Darkrai just sprints down to Dark, and he will find, actually he won't find anything on his Big Dog tries to push back through, but Baltimore should have this point if they are watching their flank, and they are.
Yeah, I mean, this is sort of what we expect most offenses to look like. You know, you normally see that B zone get captured early. Liquid doesn't spot OG, spots him there. A big double from Liquid. He doesn't give up the B zone. And now things can get a little scary if you're Baltimore. You do have Darkrai putting some pressure on A. Geo's pushed up in a great spot if he can find one.
Harry with a massive...
Yeah,
Yeah, you do prefer to have an AR, but Harry with a massive kill. will alleviate some of that pressure onto the A zone. I do want to point out from beforehand, I thought Baltimore got a tick onto the A point at the beginning, but they did not. Looking right here, should get the first tick right here. We'll get that progress. OG finds one, almost finds one on the big guys. A little bit of shaky shots, but he does manage to find the kill there. Baltimore now onto the B zone.
Yeah, Baltimore trying to hold it down at B. They got to get the capture in order to earn themselves some more time. But Slaying Wayne is going absolutely massive in their spawn, winning gunfight after gunfight. Dallas only up 4 lives, though.
I mean, 4 lives, yes. You know, they do have 2 ticks. Slaying, trying to be this lurker kill. OG trying to find him. Can't find. It does get one onto him. Can he stay alive right here as Gio hits some shaky shots, but will eventually find the trade as number 8, Darkrai, is onto the point, but will be traded out. And now it's going to get mixy. 2 players from Baltimore trying to, as Christian finds a huge 2, and he's going to be playing his life back Gax, trying to win this map right here.
This is an absolutely critical position here from Christian. If he's able to win even a single gunfight here, Gas, Baltimore are going to be in a fantastic spot to take this offense. But even just buying time, if those Baltimore players could get across to the A zone, it would have been a great play. Unfortunately, Dallas able to find those kills and stabilize. See their A-hold.
Unfortunately, not able to find those kills. Gio with his 33rd and 34th kill off the map. 2 huge ones onto Big Dog. Now, you see this, the stack in. Number 3, Harry, is trying to play on his life, but it looks like this stack is on. That's the second tick. This thing is going quick. Big Dog, that's it. That's Baltimore's map. You just got to stay down. Christian on Overwatch, that's the map. Baltimore's going to go 2-1.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great offensive attack on A. We saw it, their first offense, and they follow through with it here on the second attempt. Baltimore, in, dare I say, dominant fashion, take the control.
I mean, you see the first round. Gio has, I believe, 15, I believe. Was it 15 kills that first round on defense with the disgusting 7 spree? And then you're like, oh, this is over. Like, he's frying. And then all of a sudden, Dallas responds with an equally dominant defensive round. And then you're like, all right, now it's getting a little quicker. Baltimore with a very, I want to say, traditional defensive round. And then, Dallas starts off strong that round 4. Gets all the pressure off of A. They were ready for it. No ticks come out onto A. But then you just go down. You let too many routes be taken. You let too many people lurk through mid. And then just like that, you get collapsed. You get 2-piece by Christian DeBoss that alleviates the pressure onto the A point. Baltimore able to find and get, I believe, 2 people on that point. And when you have 2 people on that point, at least able to watch both sides, you're at least able to most likely able to get at least 1 to 2 kills.
Yeah, I mean, that's sort of the danger there if you're Dallas of not having a player inside the A zone on your defensive setup is, sure, you have maybe more map control, but all it takes is just the slightest little bit of timing. Baltimore's able to slide through. Now, all of a sudden, you have to run out in the open to go counter their aggression, and you can get picked off. And that's exactly what we saw. Baltimore are able to get onto the point behind 2 big kills from Gio. They take the point, and then, Dallas is fighting off the back foot.
I mean, yeah, it's you just put yourself in a precarious position where you're just fighting for the kills again, and just like that, you still see the stat lines. Dallas, everybody on the board. Positive 13 out of Slang, Big Dog and Liquid both even. Harry as a bronze or as a silver, just 16 and 25, solid performance. Definitely some good gunfight wins out of him. Some nice 2-pieces, and you're just thinking what does this team need to do? What does this team need to do to finish out these respawns?
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's coming down to setups and positioning. You don't want to say that they're finding useless kills because there's not really such a thing for control, but it's just they're not setting themselves up in the best position to prevent those clutch Baltimore scenarios.
Yeah.
I think back to some of the P2 rotations, map 1, and it's just Big Dog alone. He needs an extra body there to help him out. And, unfortunately for Dallas, you trust Big Dog to lock it down. And as talented as he is, it's just difficult to solo hold that break given how Baltimore played it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Big Dog, I believe, he's been playing relatively slow compared to what I've used to seeing him play in past CODs. Only 24 and 23. I do understand everybody wants him to be ranked a diamond. He hasn't been putting up the performances as of late as like a diamond would. So I understand. But you just gotta imagine, like, you know, you might wanna see him, like, I don't even want to say speed up his game because he's doing his thing, but Dallas looks like they're not on the same page when it comes to the pace they want to play. It looks like some of them are playing too slow and some of them are playing too fast at different points of time. And it's just like they can't come to a decision on what they want in the map.
Yeah, it looks like maybe things a little just not quite on the same page. But I mean, although it's late, it is still only week one. You know, that's not necessarily an issue where you look at a team and say, oh, blow it up. But for Dallas, I mean, when you're considered to be head and shoulders the best team in the league, you know, I gushed over, you know, their draft earlier. You gotta close out your respawns when you're heavily outslaying.
Yes, heavily outslaying now. We're back on Invasion for map 4. Before this gets started, I want in the chat predictions for this map 4. Do you think we are going all the way to a map 5, or do you think Baltimore pulls off the upset and closes it out here? I want to see predictions in the chat. EPEG, what does Dallas need to do to secure this map 4 win?
I mean, for me personally, Slaying Wayne needs to keep performing at the level that he has been. I don't expect him not to. For me, I'm looking to see that explosion from Liquid that I've seen in some of their scrims.
All right, I apologize once again as the names are now back correct, or flipped again, and all right, it's a draw. Okay. Well, maybe that will give me a chance to fix the names, as you know, 0-0 for the second hard point in a row. I don't know what's going on here. Maybe Slaying with 65 damage leads the entire lobby. Do you think we're gonna see? Are we gonna see a switch on spawns?
I'm not quite sure.
Well, back into it. What do you want to? We were talking about Dallas. You said you wanted Slang to continue to be him. What do you want to see out of the other members of Dallas for this map 4?
I mean, like I said, I'd love to see Liquid just have that absolute takeover performance that I know he's capable of. I've seen it in some of their scrims. I've seen it in some of just his gameplay and aids. The individual talent is there. I'd love to see him just sort of pair up with Slang Wayne, similar to how map 1 went, but just take over the map, but instead lock it down. You know Big Dog's going to be on those rotations. He was always the one being a step ahead for Dallas on map 1. You got to win your rotation fights. You got to give the guy on rotation some help if you're Dallas.
Absolutely, and you know, I believe this map here is won or lost on that P5 Palace Hill. That thing, you can be out of a game and you can get 120 points off of 2 rotations there. I've seen teams do that and win maps. That rotation, absolutely key. So you got to imagine the AR, Slang, Big Dog, probably Liquid as well. You got to imagine they're going to want to pull it out as the score is wrong, but the names are at least right, as Baltimore is up 2-1, looking to get some time as we hop on board with the GOAT Silver and Mr. Harry.
Yeah, the initial fights come through. A little tougher fights here, but it looks like Baltimore gonna have some initial time on this P1. Usually you don't see a ton of time here off the initial P1, but definitely a hill that can be locked down for a good chunk of time.
Absolutely can be locked down for a good chunk of time, especially considering that P2, many think, as Harry was a little blind, I don't know what was going on there, as Baltimore is locking down this P1, once again, showing their dominance on the OBJ.
Yeah, and I mean, it's a great break for Dallas. You get the final 15 seconds. You make your way back into the game. The score is not going to look so bad. Baltimore has the rotation, and they're winning gunfights, more important.
Absolutely. Christian starts off 3-0, almost finds another one on the Liquid. But you see, Gio should have seen one go there. Probably calls that one out to his teammates. Looking to hit this pinch right here, and he should find at least one. He sees the entire team. Can't find the second one on the Slang, as he does get into an awkward gunfight. Only finds one, but Harry and Slang looking to try to get some time on this P2, which actually, I feel like It's very hard to get time with how many nades and how many spots there are. As Harry finds I believe, he threw a nade, and I believe Darkrai just tried to hold it, and he held it just a little bit too long.
Yeah, I mean, it's a massive break off screen for Dallas. You know, you're looking at Gio on the bench trying to win that fight against Wayne, but on the backside, it's all of the other members of Dallas winning their individual fights. They get that break. Sure, the scrap time picked up by Baltimore, but I mean, Dallas has the rotation P3, and P3 is incredibly difficult to break at times for teams. So,
yep.
unless Gio continues doing something crazy, look for Dallas to lock in a good bit of this time. Yeah,
Dallas looking, and they control the spawns for gas. You see this number 6 Liquid trying to hold these spawns, but now number 2 Darkrai could have a 3-pick on the big dog, and he does, looking to cause havoc. Will he be traded out by Slang? Yes, but as I say that, OG makes it onto the hill. Time being collected for Baltimore, and Gio on Overwatch. Some nice shots on the big dog and Slang with the SMG in hand.
Yeah, fantastic shots from Gio, and a fantastic break from Baltimore when you absolutely needed. The setup was there for Dallas. The double nade comes through for Darkrai as he finds 3 in a row there. But it's a big break for Baltimore initially. It's a good re-break for Dallas. Get a little bit of the scrap time, keep the game even. But you'll see with this hill, the majority of emphasis after the initial wave of gunfights is going to be for that Dallas rotation.
Look at number 8, Harry, trying to get the battle of the silvers, loses it to Christian. And number 7, Big Dog, finds 2 onto Gio and Darkrai. Those are the 2 characters you guys want out of it as he snaps onto Christian the boss for the 3rd. Knows the 4th is around him, looking for the kill. Finds it as Big Dog is finally getting hot.
Yeah, I mean, welcome to the series, Big Dog. This guy has incredible pop-off potential. And as we start to see him start frying, this Dallas team might very well become untouchable.
Yeah, Big Dog, you know, been very silent. Even as a plat, I understand. Everybody wants him ranked as a diamond. But, you know, I feel like this Dallas team is going to live or die on the back of Big Dog. We know what Slang is capable of. As the rotation gunfights towards Palace, Liquid wins a huge one onto Gio. It's going to be a little bit of a 2v1 as OG trying to rotate for his squad. But number 7, Big Dog on the Overwatch. Although the OG does get through, could be a massive nuisance into the side of Dallas as they try to pad their lead.
Yeah, I like the way Dallas has this set up with at least multiple players around the site. OG finds 1. Does he read the player in the back? Looks like he is for the most part.
Oh my god.
A little unfortunate for Big Dog.
But Harry making it scrappy. Harry can find a second one here. That'll be massive. He doesn't turn and check the window. And Baltimore does the unthinkable. As Liquid just lets a guy go. The trigger discipline. I don't know about that one, Liquid. I think you let that kill go and try to kill the ones off the point. But it doesn't matter as he tries to find the break. Darkrai hunting him back here. Doesn't find the kill. Tries to get one on to Christian. Makes everybody weak. But now, onto the rotation. As we have virtually a tied game. Baltimore going to be up about 15 to 20 seconds. Gio finds 1, instantly traded. But now you have full P1 control for the side of Dallas. As Slang just runs out of ammo onto OG.
Yeah, it's impossible to, overstate how crucial that break was for Baltimore on the Palace Hill. Even if you end up losing out on the P1 time, Gio with some nasty shots is doing everything he can to make sure that's not a reality.
I mean, Gio's doing everything he can, but Slang is doing everything he can to make sure that we send this to a map 5. Darkrai trying to do his thing. Gio hops back into the hill, finds another 2-piece on the OBJ. I mean, I understand when you're trying to get the flanks, but when you're getting 2 pieces in the hill, uncontested for half of them, like, you're gonna find success. And Baltimore has been finding a lot of success on this map.
Yeah, some big kills from Slang. Gio trades him, the Big Dog's there.
Oh no! Oh!
Maybe a breeze flowing through the streets here on Invasion.
You know, Big Dog, you might wanna close the window there, buddy, because those shots were a little bit windy. But
Baltimore with the early rotation Collecting the early time here, P2.
Oh, look at the spawn. Look at the spawn. I don't think Dallas is going to read this. Dallas is not going to read this spawn. They all spawn right behind him, but they shoot early. Slang should be ready for this. Dallas looking to take the lead here. Harry's in a great position. Should be able to find one. Should be able to find at least one. Harry finds one. Can he be ready for the second one? Harry doing wonders for his team right now. Even though he's 9-14, I feel like this man has just been playing excellent Call of Duty for a silver.
Yeah, I mean, sure, the stat line might not be the most impressive thing, but he's finding those crucial kills, those important ones that we've discussed before the map. Now it's the rotation fights coming through. You need Slang to find these kills. If you're Dallas, a big two-piece. He's gonna slide across. He's still alive. Can he find OG? No,
can't find.
Trades are in.
Can't find OG. I don't like that challenge out of Darkrai either. I believe still running the SMG. So you're taking that gunfight on a guy that's on the fire car with an AR and slaying Wang of all people. Harry kind of taking a little bit of a tour of the map on the other side of the map. Like, hey guys, I got people on lockdown. But just as I say that, you know, Baltimore hits through the back. Geo and OG combined for 2 on this Liquid in lane. Big Dog, if he has anything to say after that horrible, I would say it wasn't too bad, but trying to do everything he can for his team. But 3 members of Baltimore meet him there in the showers.
Yeah, and this is absolutely massive scrap time for Baltimore. This will get you right that 200-point margin. It's huge scrap. It's going to allow them to potentially win off this P4, not even have to worry about trying to break Palace or rotate for Palace.
Huge gunfight here. Big Dog.
Huge scrap time.
Big Dog versus OG for the new hill. OG wins it. And number 2, Darkrai is able to be here for his teammate. Slang not ready for the gunfight there, as OG finds one onto Harry, and now total control for the side of Baltimore. They can win it here.
Yeah, this is where things get scary if you're a Dallas Vanguard fan. They're going to continue getting that deep Palace spawn. So many angles for Baltimore to post up and lock down with ARs. You need Liquid to go huge here. It gets some bad timing as Geo finds the kill. Baltimore are in prime position
And
to
with
win this
that kill, Harry finds one hunt, and they cannot win it on P4 anymore. I mean, yeah, they could come pretty dang close, but Harry at least guarantees that we will see a Palace Hill.
I don't know. I think Baltimore might have the tick.
I think they are going to be at 249, but I mean, you have to play picture perfect Call of Duty now if you are the Dallas Vanguard. You are on the brink of being eliminated 3-1 in your quote-unquote super team debut. But I don't think the tick comes in. I believe 249 to 173. Can we see the impossible?
Yeah, and the scary thing here for Dallas is Wayne and Big Dog are not here to help with this setup. It's all on Liquid. It's all on Harry.
Harry, right here. Dallas able to alleviate the pressure. Geo, next one alive, is going to probably play his life, wait for his teammates, knows, hey, even if we don't break Palace, we can still win it on new. But just like that, Harry is going to be left alone on this hill. And I think, as Big Dog and Slang combined for 3, Geo trying to play Spoiler Maker. You have to play tight if you're Valis. Big Dog not going to be ready for this gunfight, and he has only put the bullet into him. Harry playing his life. I don't think Geo's going to be ready for it, but he does, and he finds the gunfight, and that will be the series.
Yeah, it's an insane individual play from Geo. He's able to slip the net, get into the back of Palace, and take down both members of the Dallas Vanguard in the time. We're only going to see the final one here, but he's able to find a kill onto Harry. Wins the map for Baltimore and wins the series 3-1.
Absolutely insane. I mean, after we criticized him for not being in the VC for the S&D, I do not know what that was about. He comes out and makes plays in the maps 3 and 4. I guess Invasion just might be his map. And if you are a Dallas Vanguard fan, you might want to chalk this series up. And I don't know if it was people being tired. I don't know if it was people getting off work, what it was exactly. But Dallas, you have a solid team. You played well. I do think that you need to get on the drawing board for a little bit more of the OBJ work. Play together more as a team, and you are going to be a scary team in the future. But enough of that. Congratulations to the Baltimore Kraken on their 3-1 victory and MVP performance out of Mr. Geo.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the scoreboards, and it's really only Geo doing anything too crazy for the side of Baltimore. But I don't want that to sound like I'm discrediting the rest of the guys on the Baltimore Kraken. Sure, you're maybe not putting up like an insane like 1.5 series or anything, but you are finding the kills and making the plays that you need to in order to win the game. And that doesn't always mean that it's going to look pretty on the scoreboard, but you just beat a team that has been considered to be a super team in dominant 3-1 fashion. That series did not feel close.
That series, besides the SD, did not feel close. I mean, you got your X Factor Darkrai, had a pretty bad map too, but after the criticism we had, we didn't know exactly how he was going to perform. He comes out, has some great maps. Maybe not insane stat lines, but he made the plays when he needed to, and he let Geo go wild with the SMG. The SMG duo looks to be out in full force, just like you said. I mean, they did what they needed to do. They pushed the pace, and Dallas just was not ready for it.
Yeah, I mean, with the team that runs around that much, it's understandable why Dallas would get so many kills. But again, I just want to shout out Baltimore. You're finding the kills that matter. You're finding the kills on the rotations. You're, Geo slipping the net into back pals.
Right.
You're making plays that might not pop up on the scoreboard, but that win you series.
All right, we're going to be going over to the Team 1 in the Tournament Hub on UR. Going to be interviewing, I believe, Geo. Geo and Darkrai. Well, their entire Baltimore team. Hold up. Let me get it, actually. Hold up. Let me try. I'm trying to get an interview with the Baltimore boys. Go to. Let me see. I want to get an interview with all of them. Okay, hold up. All right, go to the 8's waiting room chat. I'm going to try to get an interview with these boys. All right, E-Pick?
Yeah.
All right, just waiting on E-Pick. All right, there we go, gentlemen. Congratulations on your victory.
Bro, who the fuck is Slang Wang?
All right, Slang, I'm going to need you to exit here real quick.
I just want to say, GG's, fellas.
GG's, Slang winner.
Hey, Geo, you was going nuts, son. I can't lie.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
You were too. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. You pissed me off on that control, and you got a 3-piece push with mid-cut.
Slang, you pissed on me, you fucking mid-cut, dog.
No,
Slang was pissing me all the time. You got a 3-piece mid-cut? I was like, damn, what the hell?
Y'all are a sleeper team, man. But GG's, fellas.
All right. Love to hear the sportsmanship out of Mr. Slangway as he joins us real quick. But I do want to take it. Congratulations to Baltimore once again on, I would say, you guys might not say it, but to everybody else, it was definitely an upset win. Your guys' respawn looked absolutely fantastic. Geo, you were going insane. Darkrai, OG, Christian, all making very clutch plays. Looking like you played as a team. I don't know if y'all realize this. Outslayed by, I believe, close to 20 kills on the map 1. You want to take us through like what was going on that map 1, even though you guys were getting outslayed by Slang and Liquid?
I mean, well, I obviously didn't see the scrims, but any teams that played us in scrims, that's happened to us multiple times, and we still win. And that's because I feel like we have the best teamwork in the whole league. And I told these guys, like, literally the first game we even played together, I'm like, no matter what, we're going to have the best teamwork in the whole league. So even if we're getting outslayed, our teamwork is going to make up for it. And that's what happened right there. They were just, I don't know, sometimes they were just making dumb plays, like playing Ode sometimes, and we were just rotating, and we didn't really care about kills. Like, we were all playing together. Like, you feel like at the last map, we all had the same amount of time, and Harry had 2 minutes, and everybody else had less than a minute. Like, we don't just have one guy do the dirty work and everybody just play for kills. We all play together, like we're all the same skill, and I feel like that's why we won.
Absolutely fantastic teamwork. I do want to take us to that second map, the high rise. I know it can be a bit of a annoying map to play on. Did look like you guys were struggling with communication. I know the rumors came in, Geo, that you were not in the call for a little while. I don't know exactly how true those were or what that was about, but it did look like the S&D, it looked like Dallas was gaining momentum even into the control, but you started to shut it down. I believe 15 kills on the first round of control, and then everybody else stepped up. Darkrai, OG, clutch 2 pieces. Christian had a massive, I believe, 3 kill spree back gas. And I want you to take us through that second offensive round. Anybody who wants, Darkrai, OG. That second offensive round when you guys won the map on control. Like, what was your guys' play call? You know, you lost the first opening gunfights, get B, you're working your way towards A, and you got shut down multiple times. But I want to know, like, what was going through your head? Like, what were you doing, and when you pulled it off?
We noticed that they weren't really covering that A side. So I honestly, I'm trying to transition to the AR, but sometimes, I just gotta pull out the sub, and I pulled out the sub and was just able to break through. Um, Honestly, it was just great play calls out of Geo.
Yeah.
Everyone just had very clutch, just small pieces, and I was just able to get like maybe 1 or 2 kills into A and just kind of just keep them frantic and keep them apart.
Love to hear that. EPEC, do you want to give any questions on your side?
I mean, did you guys focus more on trying to make sure you had? I know you mentioned the teamwork was a big factor for your team, not necessarily like the slaying department. What was the team's focus going into like that map 1 Skid Row playing Dallas? I mean, what was kind of the mindset that y'all had facing what was considered to be the most dominant team in the league this year, maybe prior to this matchup?
Well, I will say this: we don't fear gamer tags around here, so
I was about to say
we did not
feel
we did not care that I didn't even know they were the best team. I'm gonna be honest with you, and like we went in that series knowing that we were gonna win. Like I literally just like I wasn't even trying to play. Like it was 12:30. These guys were tired. Darkrai's sick. Like we were just trying to have fun and just play the game. Like we do not care if they're the best team or not. So we just went in there like it was a normal game, and we just had good communication. We were going crazy. I will say
Yeah,
though they were a good team, so I'll give them
oh
that.
yeah. Um,
I'll give them their
my main
props.
objective there, honestly, going to the map was just, excuse my French, but not shitting my pants. I was worried.
Darkrai with the MJ fucking flu game.
That was, except he did it better. I forgot who had a flu game the other day and just played horrible.
Mahomes.
That too. There was like I feel like I don't know. I think it was in Call of Duty. It might not be in here. It might have been something else. I swear there was like somebody that
But
just had a horrible
you
flu
know,
game.
the way I looked at playing this game was, I'm getting up there in age. I don't play nearly as much as I used to. I'm just not as good, and that's why I picked up Geo. Me and Merc, when he drafted me, he decided, he's asked me who I wanted. I gave him 2 players, so we went with Geo, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna slow down, play the AR role, let this kid go off. He's gonna open up lanes. He's gonna do what he needs to do. I'm gonna play the fundamentally correct way and just play hill and just do what I need to do while he just goes off.
I mean,
Right.
it paid off big time there, and even then, when you like your guys' sub pressure, we were talking about it before the first map. Like, if you guys can get in the people's faces, if your communication and teamwork is on key, and you guys don't even have to outslay people by a ton, but if you guys are making the rotations, making the right plays, some of these teams can really red dot chase and believe that they're the better team, so they will go for the kills. Fundamentals are a huge thing in this game. Teamwork, a massive thing compared to MW2, I've realized. With the 150 health, the spawns, and everything, the different guns, with the SMG being being really good, but, definitely with a 3AR meta on most maps, you really need a solid SMG that can just lead the way. And it looks like you guys have found that SMG. And I just want to say, like, many of us, we didn't have it, but now we've seen what Baltimore can do. You have anything you want to say to the lovely folks in chat, or any of the future teams you're going to be playing in this league?
Yeah.
Another day,
I don't know,
another
dog.
victory for the
I'll be aiming
OG.
and shooting.
Yeah, I just want to tell them,
Yeah.
yo, they must have forgot who I was, yo. I've only lost 2 league matches in 3 seasons in here, and I don't know why. I mean, I do understand, I'm not gonna scrim too much or whatever, but I definitely should have not fall like that far in the draft. But hey, I mean, I guess it worked out in the long run. I'm on this team, and I guess we just for the #1 team now. I guess isn't that the best team we just beat?
That was
3-1.
that was definitely the projected number one team at the start of the draft, with Big Dog Liquid and Slang being the gold, plat, and diamond. But you proved that, sometimes a draft,
Yeah,
who knows, they
faded.
could still bounce back and go 5-1, but you definitely proved that Baltimore is not to be slept on. Epec, anything you want to add before we close out this stream?
I mean, just a massive congratulations to you fellas. Congrats on beating Dallas. Congrats on being 1-0. Any matchup that you're specifically looking forward to? Or still
Z?
just taking it one map at a time?
We play Z. I love my boy Z if he's watching, but I gotta smack that ass.
Hey, yeah.
All right,
right.
Pause.
Detroit Z, you've heard it here first. Geo is coming for you in more ways than one. Anyway, that'll be all the time we have for today. Congratulations, Baltimore. Thank you so much for a fantastic series. Me and Epec will now sign us off. Okay, no, G, we're gonna calm it down here. But Epec, I'm gonna sign us off. If you want to say anything real quick, and then we will get going.
Just shout out everybody watching. We had a great